Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a full breakdown of Act 8.2 Boss Bahamet and how to defeat him. So let's jump right into it. Now Bahamut will start every fight outfitted in his own suit of corruptive celestial armor, which while active will give reduced damage from all sources by 85%. Attackers cannot gain true strike, true accuracy and true sense effects. And Bahamut's ability accuracy cannot be modified and he can block unblockable attacks. Bahamut abilities also include immunity to poison, intimidate, power lock and special lock effects, and also he reduces the potency of power steal, drain and burn by 60%. The attacker's willpower mastery also has its potency reduced by 50%. Now once you start the fight, every 8 seconds on the timer, Bahamut will build up Gamma. If you're near the defender, that Gamma is converted into a volatility charge, and if you're away from Bahamut, that Gamma is converted into an X Gamma charge. We need more of volatility charges instead of X Gamma charges. Now if you use a champion that can purify debuffs, you can also gain your volatility charges. Now champions like Kingpin, Elsa Bloodstone, Valkyrie, all of these champions will work really well here. Alternatively, you can gain X Gamma charge if you try to use Nullify, Fade Steal or Stagger on Bahamut, so your Mystic champions are a total no-go. Note that the timer is paused during special attacks by either champion. To disable the celestial armor and deal damage to Bahamut, you will need to gain removal charges. To gain removal charges, build up to 3 volatility charge and trigger SP1 from Bahamut. After SP1, Bahamut will trigger a radiation blast sent towards the attacker, and once you trigger a special attack into Bahamut's radiation blast, you will gain a removal charge that will also grant you unstoppable and an indestructible passive lasting 1 second till the end of the special attack, so you're protected. Removal charges will allow you to remove Bahamut's corrupted armor and deal damage to him. So when the corrupted armor is removed, for 15 seconds Bahamut takes 500% extra damage and does not gain any power from being struck, cannot auto-block special attacks and cannot use special attacks, and will fight more aggressively. The attacker gains 50% more combat power rate as well. Starting with phase 1, 100% to 81% HP, use parry and delayed 5-hit combos to build up to 3 volatility charges. You will also gain a volatility charge when you purify the disorient applied on you from Bahamut's special 1. Save your own special attack and let Bahamut trigger his SP1 at 3 volatility charges to trigger a radiation blast at the end of it. Now use your special 1, add the radiation blast to gain a removal charge, and with the same SP1 you will also knock down Bahamut to remove the celestial armor for 15 seconds and deal 500% extra damage to him. Try to push him down to 80% to trigger phase 2. In phase 2, build up removal charges same as phase 1 by using special attacks in Radiation Blast. It is important to note that for every phase you will have to regain removal charges first before you can attempt to disable the celestial armor. Another key is to avoid hitting Bahamut in his block throughout the fight to avoid unstoppable triggers. Once you have the removal charges, let Bahamut trigger another radiation blast after an SP1 with 3 volatility charges. Use a heavy attack or parry at impact to reflect the radiation blast back at Bahamut to disable his celestial armor and the knockdown for 15 seconds. Once the armor is down, you can deal 500% extra damage and rinse and repeat until you bring him down to 40% health. That will bring us to phase 3. Phase 3 will start at 40% health on Bahamet. In this phase, you gain removal charges the same way as the earlier two phases and reflect the blast with parry on heavy attack to disable the celestial armor. A difference between phase 2 and phase 3 will be the heat radiation charges. Randomly, some of the radiation blasts will be amped up and will not be able to reflect them. You will need to dex those heat radiation charges, and you can differentiate them with the icon, and also they will be more orange in color. Same as phase 2, once you have those removal charges ready, use a heavy or parry at impact to reflect the radiation blast back at Bahamet to disable his celestial armor for 15 seconds. Just be careful not to try and reflect the heat radiation blasts. Phase 4 Gamma Meltdown will start at 10% health and below. Now attacker will gain a permanent removal charge to reflect the blast, and the corrupted armor can no longer be removed from Bahamet. But every time you will reflect the radiation blast onto Bahamet and he makes contact of it, 20% of his damage reduction will be removed permanently. So essentially, in this phase, all you need to do is to push him to an SP1 with the 3 volatility charges, let him throw the animation, and then he will throw the radiation blast. You have to parry it so you reflect it back, but this time around Bahamet also has the ability to reflect the same blast back to you. So it will be like a small, like a ping pong game. You will send the blast his way, he will send it back to you with the auto block. But remember that his ability accuracy for the auto block is reduced 25% every time when he will send the blast back your way. So just have to be good with your parries and you keep reflecting it back. Sometimes it takes 3, sometimes it takes 4 bounces between the two of you, and then you can knock Bahamet down and you can reduce the efficiency of his celestial armor by 20%, and like that 1 or 2 times after you can bring it down to 0 and you should be able to kill him off with basic attacks. So let's look at some general tips to fight Bahamet. First things, make sure that you stay close to Bahamet when the gamma timer is about to expire, so Bahamet will gain volatility instead of X gamma charges. Make sure to have at least 1 bar of power when Bahamet reaches 3 volatility charges, so you're ready to throw a special once the radiation blast is released. Do not block Bahamet's attack while you have a debuff, or the debuffs will be paused. And do not hit into Bahamet's block often, otherwise you'll go unstoppable. Avoid using the same special twice in a row, and do not attempt to punish Bahamet's specials, it will not work well for you. Do not let Bahamet corner you, or it will be really difficult to avoid getting Bahamet's X gamma charges. If Bahamet gains a gamma reactor passive, stay away from him. And finally, Bahamet really takes damage from his corrupted Bahamet only takes damage while his corrupted celestial armor is removed. So if the armor is not removed, the fight is all about gaining volatility and avoiding damage. Thanks for checking out the video. I hope it helps, and make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you want to see some more awesome videos, you can also choose to support me and buy me a coffee as well. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day. Keep a lookout for all the videos that I will put for parts on the channel. And until next time.